Gonna have fun? Ready?
Right, we are ready.
We are trying new things. We're gonna go for this today. From turning
Upstate New York.
From upstate New York, turning quarantine into quality time. Ready, fun?
Yes, we are
Okay.
ready. All right, so today we're going to be speaking about one change that you can do to your relationship that will change everything.
Not only with the people that you love, but also with your spirituality.
That one change is stop talking and start listening. Stop doing and start being.
Yes, today we'll be speaking about the second of the love languages, quality time. Many of us think that we're having quality time when in reality, nothing could be further from the truth.
Being in the same space as your spouse physically is not necessarily quality time. Watching TV show together or just being in that same couple square feet is not quality time, and we often think that we are having quality time when in reality we are not.
Have you ever been fubbed? Fubbed.
Absolutely.
Fubbed is an interesting word. It's a mixture of phone and snubbed. It's a mixture of being snubbed by someone else's phone. Basically, someone's talking to you, but then they have to take a phone, so you're being snubbed by their phone. It is the ultimate destruction of quality time.
Because very often, you want to connect with that person that you love, and you want to have an actual deep and meaningful conversation, but when you're looking at a TV screen, or when you're talking about phubbing, when you're looking at a phone, that person doesn't exist.
It could be a single text message.
You get completely distracted.
It could be just one Facebook status. It could be one WhatsApp message, or just sending one more email. But the message that you're giving to the person that you love is that this is not an exclusive space.
Exactly.
There is something else in this space. There is someone else in
You're
this space.
You're not a priority to
Exactly.
me right now. And you know that 20% of people actually have this very, very deep need to have this language, this love language of quality time spoken to them. And if they don't have this language spoken to them, then they actually feel completely empty, and they feel like they're not connecting with their loved ones at all, whether it's their spouse or with their child, with their parents. It's a very, very deep-rooted need for many people.
It's really sad that researchers have discovered that they can actually tell the difference between married couples and dating couples at a restaurant. So sad when you realize that it's the dating couples that are looking into each other's eyes, and the married couples are the ones looking
everywhere but their
else.
spouse. We actually like to do this as an experiment. When we go out together, we'll often just look around the room and check out, right? This is like a fun little thing that we do. We say, you know, we like to see which couples are actually engaged with each other and which couples are completely bored.
Dating and courtship is when you're acquiring someone else's attention. But the question is, if you have the maturity to keep the other person's attention, it's really not that difficult once you realize that 20% of the human population, their love language is quality time. Just give them that time, free from any phone, free from any TV. Don't talk, just listen. Don't do, just be.
And, you know, now in quarantine, we're all in that same space with each other. But are we actually having quality time with each other? Are we actually taking that time not just to listen to what the other one is saying, but to truly hear and give that person the sympathy, the validation that they're looking for? Because when we say quality time, it's not just about, you know, sitting and trying to find solutions. You know, very often, I know for men are very solution oriented. So they hear a woman is having an issue,
and they give you a way to fix it.
And they'll give you advice, and they mean well. They really mean well because they want to fix the problem. But then what happens is the other person who's getting this advice, they weren't looking for advice. All they wanted was a shoulder to lean on. All they wanted was that show me that you care about my issue, right? And then slowly they just say, you know what, I'm not even going to bother telling you my issue anymore because I'm not getting what I want. And then the person giving advice gets frustrated because they're saying, you're not taking my advice, right? And if only that spouse would realize,
Would be aware.
that's not what your wife, that's not what your husband, that's not what your child wants. They're not looking for help to overcome their issue. They just want to know that you're there, that you care, that you're listening, that you love them.
Two important points, Han. This is not only women that need quality time.
Absolutely.
There are just as many men
100%.
that need that quality time in order to fill up their own love tanks.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, this is also the reason that we so much yearn for and look forward towards vacations. Because what are we doing in vacation? We're vacating ourselves from all other distractions, and we're supposed to be focusing on each other. That's what's supposed to be happening. The question is it really happening?
Is it happening?
Now, what this is, as much as this is true in our relationship with each other, with our loved ones, the same thing is true with our relationship with God, which is just like a marriage. We can and must romanticize our relationship with God, being able to give God also what God needs from us, and that is the gift of quality time. And that's why we have this beautiful mitzvah, the mitzvah of Shabbos.
And Shabbos, as you know, is the ultimate gift, not even just for God, but for ourselves, where we get rid of every distraction, every possible distraction, and just spend that quality time focusing on our spirituality, focusing on the relationship that we have with God.
You know, Hannah, when we welcome the Shabbos, when you welcome the Shabbos, the ladies, they always usher in the holiness of the Shabbos. They always do so by making a circular motion, drawing their hands inwards to themselves. And I've always loved the beautiful meditation behind that behavior, because what you're doing effectively is that you're saying that the onset of rest, the onset of Shabbat, is not merely the absence of work. Shabbat is about drawing inwards. It's about connecting with ourselves, with our deepest core, with our God, not just the cessation of work. And that's why Shabbos is not there just to ruin our weekend. It's not about all the things that you cannot do. Shabbos is about the most precious time with our lover in heaven. Let's take advantage of this time of quarantine to spend quality time listening to our loved ones, giving them the love that they need and that they so much deserve, as well as to our Father in heaven.
Happy relationships are all about filling each other's emotional love tank. About 20% of people need have this need that has to be filled in order for them to feel safe and loved in their relationship. Is that what your loved one has been trying to tell you all this time and you just haven't been hearing it?
Is that what God has been asking us for, but that we've never truly listened? Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you again next week.